What is going on, my beautiful people? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. The slowest day to do deliveries, but we're outside anyways, trying to make a buck or two. Today's video topic is gonna be about why I still think the Anioki AQ177 Pro Max is the best bike to do deliveries on. I think it's even better to do deliveries with this bike compared to the more expensive counterparts like the A8. Even compared to the 60 volt A8, I still think this is a better base. I also think it's better than any of the Iahora bikes too. And it's all gonna be because of the frame design. Oh, we got an order. $8.50 for 4.9 miles. That's pretty far. No, I'm not gonna do it. Too far. By the way, if you guys don't know, this is my upgraded Anioki. It's 72 volts, 80 amp hours, and it's got a 5,000 watt motor. So this upgraded bike isn't a good comparison to the A8 models or the Iahora bikes, but we're not gonna talk about the upgraded version. We're just talking about the frame design and the base, because you can upgrade any of those bikes if you know what you're doing. So any of those bikes I could make fast, but there is a specific reason why I chose the AQ177 over all the other models out there. Plus, when it comes to food deliveries, it's less about speed and more about range and how the suspension works. If you guys look at the way the rack is set up with the AQ177, I'm not talking about my grill rack over here. I'm talking about the actual rack that it's sitting on. It is actually part of the frame. You see that? And it's sitting on top of the shocks. That means that this rack and anything sitting on it, along with myself, will take advantage of the suspension. We're gonna compress downwards, and because I did switch out the shocks, there is a little bit of damping. So when I do hit a bump, it'll go back up a little bit slower than just having springs. If you look at the Anioki's A8, the rack that they include with the bike is actually part of the swing arm, not your frame. So that means when you hit a bump, that rack is gonna be bouncing up and down a lot. Same thing with the Iahora Juliet. I think it's the Juliet. The Juliet comes with a rack as well, and that one is on the swing arm too. Do you see mine? It is not part of the swing arm. Also, since the rack is part of the frame on the AQ177, I guarantee that it can hold more weight than those racks that are just bolted down. I think the rated capacity for my rack is only like 55 pounds, which always seemed kind of weird to me, but I've definitely put way heavier things on there. I've also heard of people using the same bike to carry passengers. So a passenger, you know, if they're not a little kid, then they're gonna be weighing like 100 to 150 pounds probably. I've been at Panera Bread waiting for an order for about an hour now. Things aren't looking so good for food deliveries. It is the end of the month, so people gotta pay rent, but this month has been pretty bad. We just got an order from Panera Bread, and it is so bad. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you guys. This one is $3 for like 2.5 miles, but of course after Prop 22 it's probably gonna come out to like $6. Right now the AQ177 is running for $1,300 online. That's a pretty good price for 60 amp hours of battery and being 52 volt. If you're strapped for cash, which most of us probably are, you probably want to start on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. There's a lot of good deals on there and you can negotiate. But if you want to buy brand new straight from the website, $1,300 plus an extra $50 off if you use my discount code, that'll make the bike $1,250, so $1,250 bucks. That's a pretty good price for a brand new bike with a solid base to work off of. With the stock battery, I tested the range a long time ago, and I got like, of course this Mustang is, oh my gosh, look, that Mustang is being so stupid. He was definitely in a rush. Those are the type of people that will get you killed, man. Where was I at now? Okay, yeah. With the stock battery of the AQ177, the 52 volt version, I got like 88 miles of range before, and that was full throttle, maxing at the speed. And I still had a little bit of battery left. I would choose that bike any day of the week to do food deliveries with. A lot of other bikes that don't have the right suspension will end up making your food and your drinks spill all over the place. Unless the roads that you're riding on are completely smooth, which they're not in my area. Thanks for coming outside. Here you go, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Great day.
Thank you.
Have a blessed one.
Thank you. So that order took me 16 minutes and 54 seconds. Let's just call it 16 minutes. 16 times 0.38, because I get paid 38 cents a minute. That order was actually $6. So even though the original payout said $3, because of the time we took, Prop 22 will pay us a total of $6. Another thing I like about AQ177 over the more expensive bikes is that it uses regular components. Don't get me wrong, the A8 is a really nice bike. I'm talking about the 60 volt version. You know, the 2025 models? Those are really nice bikes. But if something were to break down on it, I can imagine the parts being a lot harder to replace. There's a lot more proprietary components going on. But with a bike like mine, a lot of the parts are regular mountain bike parts. If you're thinking about getting a bike specifically for the purpose of food deliveries, which is commercial use, you're going to be putting a ton of miles on it. So you want something that can be fixed really easily. The good thing about the newer A8 models is that they use direct drive motors. And those motors are a lot more robust and require very little maintenance. It's because there's no gears in it. Do you guys remember during COVID times when cars, especially the used car market, got crazy expensive because there was like a shortage of chips, I think? I think that was the cause of it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was the cause. I can imagine that being the case with used e-bikes. The tariffs are already increasing the prices of new e-bikes. So that means if that increases, used e-bikes are also going to increase. I currently have an order on my back. It is like a teriyaki bowl from Oki, Japan. $6 for like 1.5 miles. It's pretty good order. Not terrible. But today's been super slow, and I didn't really make this video to do deliveries. I just wanted to make it to explain to you guys why I love my AQ177 so much. It looks like our drop-off is at a school. Hi, I have a delivery from Melissa.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!